Alright, everybody. Welcome back to the program. I'm your host, Uncle James. And I got my foot in it. So, I hope everybody's having a good day today. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, all that good stuff. For when we tune in, when we do what we do here on this channel. So, also, make sure you subscribe to the other channel, the Alert Zone TV. It is a pro Second Amendment channel. With that being said, let's go ahead on and get right into it. And we are going to make a caldo today. For those of you guys and girls who don't know what that is, it's like a kind of like a Mexican soup. This was a request, so I got some carrots right here. Got a half a can of corn that was already open. Got some salt. I got a whole bird right here. Got a celery stick. And I got a couple potatoes. Also, you guys and girls might see this bag on this stove. Well, this bag on this stove is my little quick trash bag. These are little plastic bags from the grocery stores. Is a good source of trash. So let's go ahead on and get into it. Alright, so I was gonna do this prep the vegetables off camera, but I just decided I'd do it on camera. So maybe people might want to see this. As you guys and girls know, Unc is not gonna tell you that he's a gourmet chef, but I can get down when I need to in the kitchen. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who've never cooked before, especially for the young people, I don't want you to think that you got to be in the kitchen for 10 hours to cook a meal. I know we in this social media era of, people talking about what they ain't going to do, and, I don't want to get into all that relationship stuff. But let me get this knife here. You guys and girls know, I'm going to cut the tip off right here. And I'm going to cut the back off. Remove this so y'all can see. Cut the back of that off. And sorry about that, everybody. Nevertheless, I'm got my cutting board and stuff here. Y'all guys and girls can see that. I'm gonna take and cut these up like that there. Also, I got another stick of carrots right here. Yeah, like I was saying before the phone rung, everybody, I'm sorry. To cook you something to eat, to cook a meal, you don't have to be in the kitchen for 30 hours. Some people think that when you ask them to cook something, that they got to be in the kitchen for 4 or 5 hours or it ain't a meal. Look, one thing about this channel is a practical channel. Just like my other channel, when I talk about guns, I try to be very practical. The majority of us ain't gonna cook a Sunday meal every day. Unless you just got one of them jobs where you get to stay home every day or something like that. We ain't gonna spend 5-6 hours in the kitchen every time we cook. That's just not realistic. So I want people to get that in their head also. You don't have to be in the kitchen for 50 hours making a meal every day, because that's the myth. I think a lot of people, when it comes to cooking, think that you got to be in the kitchen that amount of time or else. So you guys and girls can see I got my pot. I'll rinse it out on camera. And let's go ahead on and can see that. Put our carrots in here. Alright, got my carrots in here. I'll wash them off right quick. Y'all forgive me. Just got them washed off. Alright. Got them washed off up in here. Put that right there. And just for the people who like to be impartial, I just washed this board off, this washing board off, because we on camera. But let's be honest, let's be practical. Most people don't cut one thing, then wash the board, then cut another thing and wash the board. That's kind of the way restaurant cooking goes, but in the house, okay, so I got my celery. I'm going to wash that off right quick. And I'm going to just cut it so. That might not be the best angle of the camera today. Y'all got to work with me. About like that, right there. Just throw that on in there. And this kind of like cooking a chicken stock almost. Wash that off right quick. Wash this board off again. Make sure you sub to the channel. Like I said, this is just a practical channel for everybody, you know, who might want to, that might be better. Y'all might be able to see me better. For everybody that want to cook and what have you, you know, I'm just trying to follow a protocol here on the camera. But like I said, off camera, most people, unless they swap in different types of meat or whatever, don't usually cut, then wash, then cut, then wash, but we'll just do it for the sake of doing it. So I got my potatoes. I'm going to wash them off, like so. Wash them off. Okay. Then, cut them in the middle, like that. Since this is a pretty big one, cut it 3 times like that. And just cut it down the middle. Make your halves like that. Another half like that. It's almost like making a chicken stock. For those of you who know how homemade chicken stock. I learned how to do all this when I was a teenager, making stock and stuff like that. So I got another potato. You know, like I said, I enjoy being in the kitchen. I'm not going to tell you for the millionth time I'm a gourmet chef, but sometimes, especially when you got the music going, when you got that music going, boy, it be what it is. If I got my tablet on and I'm watching something on TV, or watching something on my tablet, or listening to something, you know, sometimes I watch different podcasts and different stuff like that. You know, I'm a part of the 2A community. I'm part of GunTube. I like to watch hunting and cooking and stuff like that, just to see how other people do certain things. But also, with this channel, I plan on being an inspiration to help people get in the kitchen and just see that what you gonna spend at McDonald's, Burger King these days ain't no more value meals. The amount of money you gonna spend there, shoot, for a couple dollars, 2 meals, you can go ahead for 2 meals at McDonald's or Burger King, and you can cook here, you can save money, and what have you, you know. I'm imagining that all different types of people gonna watch this program, so that's what we do. I got this can of corn right here, so ain't much left up in it. Rather than throw it away, throw that in there. Rather than throw it away. Alright, I'm gonna wash this knife off right quick. Like I said, I try and be practical. Just let everybody know that that's what we do here. So I got a whole bird. I'm gonna probably do half a bird, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna cut it. And I'm gonna get over the sink right here. We got all this blood and shit stuff. Another thing about this channel, I'm gonna try not to do. Shout out to my youngest son, because he tells me all the time about me using all that damn profanity. So I'm gonna try not to use as much profanity on this channel as I do on my other one. Wash the gizzards and everything. Wash that like so. Throw that in the pot. Inside of my chicken. I'm gonna wash it out. Turn that whole bird over. Get up under them stinky arms. Right there where that neck used to be. I'm gonna get all up in there. As you guys and girls know, when it comes to cleaning poultry, whatever y'all call it, however you say it, poultry. So, you can see we got the whole bird here. And I'm gonna just start cutting like so. Cut him in half. Gotta have a damn sharp knife to do this. Knife is pretty sharp, but there we go. Do it the old-fashioned way. Break the bones. Throw that in there. Start cutting over here. This other one. That break. Everybody got their way of doing it. Another wing in there. And I'll cut the leg. Yeah. I didn't sharpen this knife before I used it, but it's still pretty sharp. It's a pretty good knife. Now, one thing about knives that a lot of people don't know, that you might assume if you know how to use a knife that other people would. When you cut, you always want to practice cutting away from you. So if your knife go flying through whatever you're cutting, it goes out. Working in a restaurant, I have seen people, I even had to learn it and get used to it. Sometimes you get complacent. You get used to cutting things towards you. But that can be bad, especially if you got a really sharp knife. Or let's just say you cutting like this and you slip and you cutting real fast and it slip. I have seen people stick themselves. Working in a restaurant, I have seen people cut themselves pretty bad. So, and then I worked in a pork plant for 6 years. I was in maintenance. I still got a chance to see some of these injuries though that some of these people had. So you always got to take your safety into account. As you can see, just like that. So I cut the legs off of it. I cut the wings off of it. And let's see. Let's cut him in half like that. Like so. So you got a hard bone right here. There we go. There we go. You hear that crackling? Yeah. Cut his chest bone. Snap, crackle, and pop, baby. Snap, crackle, and pop. Take your knife, bring your knife down there. I got him open. And I'm gonna just go ahead like so. As you guys and girls can see, that's coming off there easy. Use the whole thing. Like so. Alright. And move this out the way. So, wash my hands right quick. Guys and girls can see me with my soap. Just that. Okay. So this right here is kind of what it looks like. And then you just take your water. And what I'm doing now, just mixing it all up over here, everybody. Oh, by the way, I don't know about if y'all on the East Coast, but right here in Marshalltown, I'm filming this Thursday. It's probably not going to post till Tuesday or so because I posted a gun on my other channel, and for some reason, YouTube put me under a ban for a week. So, I can't post nothing. Take your pot, put it on the stove, take you some salt, some regular salt. You don't want to oversalt it. And I'm gonna put it on about a medium. It's an electric stove. And just let it roll. So when you cook your caldo, it's almost like making a stock. All it's gonna do is make a broth. So this one gonna have plenty of vegetables in it. And we just let that be that.
No, because I think the drop boxes are outside.
Alright, everybody. Got the caldo going. I forgot a couple things. Forgive me. I forgot I put a clove of garlic and my cabbage, cucumber. Wash that off right quick. Sorry, y'all might not see me cut this. As a matter of fact, I'll do this like this. Got a little cheap steak knife. And to make it easy, you just cut it straight down the middle like that. Like that there. Cut it like that there. And place it. Forgive me if this video don't come out that good, y'all. This is my first time actually cooking this myself. Like I said, it was a request. So you just cut it down the middle. I already washed it. Just throw it in your water. Take the ends. Chunk them in the trash. Take this cabbage. I'm gonna have to do it with this knife, this cabbage. And you just, okay. Hold on. Sorry about that, everybody. Got my cabbage. I'm gonna wash it off right quick. I got my other knife. A pretty good one too. Just cut it in chunks. Like I said, this is trial and error, everybody. Well, everybody that see this, don't get angry with me. First timer. This channel is just gonna be just like my other channel. My other channel. You guys and girls know I don't mind doing things on camera with y'all. Some of this stuff be trial and error. Don't mind that. Just cut it in chunks. Throw it in there. We let it go. This one is kind of big here. Let it go. I got my ladle. And we good. I'll show y'all the finished product when this thing done.